Well, hey there, and good evening, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. We're going to continue our coverage of the Quentin Simon case. And we took a day off, and there's a lot that's happened in the course of that one day. But part of it is that Quentin Simon's mom, Leilani, was out with grandma, Billy Joe Howell, partying it up on Tybee Island while there's a massive search continuing in all the landfills and everywhere else searching for Quentin. And I don't know if that's more telling than anything we've seen in this case as far as just circumstantial evidence of a family that really is not doing a great job. I'm heartbroken about that, guys. We're going to continue our coverage there, talking about that. We'll also talk about how come anyone hasn't been arrested in this case. Like, that's certainly something that I start feeling frustrated about, right? Whenever you see her out partying and taking shots or whatever she's doing, you know, they're searching for a baby. Like, they know that she's the person of interest, that she's the one they're going after. My goodness, this is absolutely heartbreaking. And so, yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. Listen, I'm glad you're here. Did you miss me last night? I was unable to do a stream last night. I really missed you guys. I've been traveling, which means I'm super tired. I was so tired. Uh, I was like literally in my head, like thinking of the ways I could justify not doing a stream again, but it just doesn't make sense today. Just because you guys know that feeling whenever you're tired and you're just like out of energy. That's how I have been feeling today. But here I am, ready to do a stream with you, talking about everything that's going on in the Quentin Simon case. Do me a favor, if you're just logging in, can you hit the like button on the video? That's going to help shoot us out into the YouTube algorithm. And listen, that's a great place for us to be tonight. There's all kinds of other streams on the internet. I promise that we're going to handle this one with care. We'll handle it very kindly, very politely, without speculation, broad spectrum speculation, which is what happens most often in these cases. And we'll stick to the facts. So, yeah, hit that like button, shoot us out into the YouTube algorithm. It's one of the best ways that you can help us. If you enjoy this content, we're totally crowdfunded too. So if you find it in your heart today to be able to support us, you can support us through super stickers or super chats, or through PayPal, which is Tyler Feller, CashApp, $ Tyler Feller 22, or Venmo, which is at Tyler-Feller. Doing together what we cannot do alone. And so it takes all of us putting all hands on deck in order to continue this coverage. And not just me, but if there's any YouTube creator out there that you watch and you appreciate, you should support them, even if it's just a little super sticker every once in a while, just as an opportunity to say, like, hey, I get value out of what you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for, sharing this content with me and working hard to get this content going. I know some people are just not in a position to be able to do that. And we understand that. You don't have to give or anything like that to be part of our channel. We've never said that. People try to make it seem like we say that, but we never say that. But we do believe in generosity and people supporting. So, anyways, there's that, guys. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm coming to you live from Nashville, Tennessee. Beautiful city. Starting to get cold outside. The leaves are starting to fall off the trees, turning colors. Bright, beautiful green, orange, reddish trees right now. Soon they'll be barren, but right now they're looking good. So there you go. Hope you're having a great day. Hey, Patty in Lakewood, good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, Renee in Maryland. Deb in Bronx, good to see you. Sean in Georgia. Mindy in Jefferson City. Shelly in Oklahoma City. Hey, Savannah. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Alan in the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Brandon in Conway, Arkansas. Pamela in Glasgow. Amy in Kentucky. Hey, Amy. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Jean in Massachusetts. Hey, MJ in Seoul, South Korea. Hey, Mitch in South Dakota. Good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. Pennsylvania in the house. Hey, Cajun. Good to see you. Hi there in New Hampshire. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Seattle, Washington, Washington State. Boom, boom, boom. Right there. San Diego. Beautiful, perfect weather in San Diego. New Zealand, Pennsylvania, Kansas. Hey there, Patty. Thank you for that super sticker. Our first super sticker of the night. Thank you so much, Patty. Hope you're doing well. Really appreciate it. Hey, Paige, thank you for that. Really appreciate that. Thank you for getting us started. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Boom, boom, boom. Patty and Paige coming in hot for us. Thank you guys. So appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Watching from Ontario. Hey there. Atlantic City in the armpit. Hey there. All right. Yeah, guys, it was Amy's birthday yesterday, so we weren't able to have a stream. So we're celebrating her birthday today. She said for her birthday, her birthday present she wanted was there to be a super sticker birthday train for her. So I'm not sure how many super stickers she wants for her birthday train, but we'd be glad to accommodate because we do have the best mod in the world. You know, we have lots of great mods. Amy is part of our team, does an amazing job. And so whatever she says, I think that's what we should go for tonight. And so far we're 2 in with Patty and Paige. Okay, guys, I want to show you first getting started on this case. This is Brett Buffington. He's the lead investigative reporter at WSAV, which is that local news that's been covering the case of Quentin Simon. He says expert law enforcement insight on why Leilani Simon is on probation. And so we'll cover that in just a second. There's some other of his tweets I wanted to get down to. So he said, here's why Leilani Simon is on probation. She was charged with felony larceny by employees. She pled to a lesser charge. She has served 5 months of it. She has to do 48 hours of community service and be involved in no criminal activity. So, guys, I didn't understand that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that she had charges of felony larceny. Did you guys know that? Or is this the first you're hearing of it? Because I had no idea. Hey, Carol, thank you for that super sticker. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Renee, you too. Really appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Appreciate it. So kind. Isn't it kind of Amy to want to do that for her birthday? She said, let's roll to Nashville. I don't know how many that is. Hey, Shauna, really appreciate it. Thank you. Good to see you, Shauna. Hope you're having a great day. Teriyaki Yaki's like, I only hear what you tell me. Well, this was brand new news, and this came out about 2 hours ago. Hey, Lauren, thank you so much for that. So brand new news to me. I didn't totally understand. I'll make it a little bit bigger where you guys can see it. It says she was charged with felony larceny by employee. She pled to a lesser charge. She served 5 months of it, has to do 48 hours community service and be involved in no criminal activity. And then Brett says, according to court documentations, Leilani stole 2 packs of cigarettes, 1 bag of popcorn, 1 lemon flavored drink from the Love's truck stop where she used to work. So she worked at a Love's truck stop. Apparently, she's stealing stuff over there. She stole 2 packs of cigarettes. All right. 1 bag of popcorn and 1, what is it, lemon flavored drink. So what is that? Probably like a Gatorade or something. So it's a felony, apparently, if you steal. Can't be stealing. They take it seriously. Her probation is out of North Carolina. It is a deal with the court to plead to a lesser sentence if Leilani completes the stipulations of the probation. The county clerk of court's office confirmed that to us this afternoon. So it's been confirmed. Wow. Now, here's another thing that Brett Buffington was saying. That they had shots, were flirty, and demanded a waiter's number. The wait staff from a Tybee Island bar told me Leilani, Billy Joe Howell, and friends racked up a bar tab of over $300 while there's protesters in front of her house while they're searching a dump for her son. My goodness, guys, does that not sound ridiculous to you? And it sends shivers down your spine. it does mine, knowing that they're out. There's a team of people, FBI and other professionals, out fully suited up, wearing protective gear, searching through nasty landfills and trash dumps for her child, while she takes her mom and her friends to a bar on an island somewhere and racks up a $300 tab, begging for the wait staff's phone number. Thought she had a boyfriend. Guess not. He must have got out of town as soon as all this stuff hit the fan. At this point, she just sounds like a menace to society. Lauren, thank you. You said happy Thursday in chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Hope you're having a great day, Lauren. Thank you for that super sticker. Are you on the beach in your picture? See, you're from Canada, but I didn't know it looked like you're on the beach. Yeah, she. Yeah. Brett Bumley said, we found Billy Joel Howe, Quentin Simon's grandmother, at the hotel across the street from the beach bar this morning. She told Tybee Island that the police that I was annoying her. So she calls the police on the reporter. That's shocking. See what people say in the comments about that. She literally gets upset and that is shocking to me. She gets upset at the reporter and calls the police on him. Oh my gosh. That's wild. I did not know that happened. So the reporter's like, yeah, she's mad at me. Here's what she said. Let's walk through some of those comments. Good, because I'm annoyed at her. She says, she calls the police and says that this reporter is annoying me. And so then there's 3 police officers that respond. You think the police are going to have sympathy? It's shocking to me. Connie says, good, Brett did his job. Pesky Penguin says, can you tell her for us that she deserves to be annoyed? That Quentin's death is on her and her rotten spawn? My goodness. Oh my gosh. How many people think the grandma needs to be charged in this too? If, like, let's say, for example, well, it sounds like no matter what. I would say, let's say, for example, if Leilani is responsible with murder or homicide of Quentin, which is what it sounds like law enforcement is treating this as, how many people think the grandma definitely needs to be charged? And even if and the reason why people are saying the grandma needs to be charged is because the kids have been taken from the home of Leilani. They're not supposed to be with Leilani at all. The grandma left the kids completely in the care of Leilani and then was out of town working. And it's like she took the kids from a home that they weren't supposed to be in and left them in the home. You know? Naomi says, happy birthday, Amy. Thank you, Naomi. Appreciate that. It is Amy's birthday. A lot of you guys are saying, yes, grandma needs to be charged. Grandma needs to be charged. Grandma needs to be charged. It's hard not to argue that. Brad Bumpington says the WSAV investigative unit has learned federal agents were ending their first day of searching his mom and grandmother taking shots at a beach bar. Quentin Simon's neighborhood tonight, this memorial is what was the toddler's front yard, in contrast to the protesters across the street screaming. And so let's look at that. I mean, look, there's literally people across the street lined up protesting, and then there's a memorial started to being built. And at one point, like, that's a pretty nice memorial. At one point, the grandma was like, oh, I really appreciate it. This memorial really warms my heart, but it doesn't feel like it. Doesn't feel like it to me. It's me with that super sticker. Thank you so much. It's me. Really appreciate that. Hope you're having a great day. You said number one fan. Are you really the number one fan of this show? That's awesome. Thank you. So this memorial's building out front. Grandma's like, it warms my heart to see people care. Then there's like literally a team of protesters. I think this is at the babysitter's house. There's a team of protesters out there. And then what? She's out taking shots at some bar, hitting on the wait staff. Guys, that makes no sense at all. This is an absolutely horrific thing. And here's what I was talking about. FBI out there searching the landfill. They said they're going to start again. And it could last days, even weeks, searching this landfill. They're live at 6:45 p.m. with what happened today. You guys know how disgusting that is? Out there, look at this. I'm going to make it bigger. This is what they're doing. They're out there searching this nasty landfill. Searching for a baby. Horrifying. While mom and grandma are out partying it up on a beach somewhere. Horrific. By the way, MD, if you're watching, MD the other day bought one of my painting things. We have several of them available. Well, we have 3 left. And never sent me their address. So if MD, if you're watching, you need to send me your address. If you guys want one of these, they're available on tylerfellow.com/store. Or tonight, if you send a super chat of their value or more, we'll send you one plus a vanilla bean coffee. Just like that, we'll get it to you in the mail. I can't believe it. The FBI out there. Horrifying. Amy says, thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. Birthday train are rolling. The birthday trains are rolling. Amy, that's so kind of you to want to have people celebrate your birthday through the super sticker train and all that. Guys, if you appreciate our mods keeping a clean demeanor on this channel, then way you can celebrate with us today and celebrate Amy's birthday is through hopping aboard that super sticker train. Thank you, Amy, so much for that. I feel so bad for people that have to do this in general, you know. And the thing is, like, most of the time we would say things like, "Oh, the family needs to have closure. They should have the recovered body or remains of a body or whatever, so that they can finally get some relief." It doesn't seem like this family even cares about that. Now we're just doing that. We're just doing it because it's the right thing to be done. Like, it's the right thing to be done. You shouldn't leave a body. There's no sacredness to that. There's no respect in that at all. They have pretty good insight and intel. It's in this landfill. Man. Hey, Patty, thank you for hopping aboard. Shauna, you too. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys think it's the actual FBI searching in that landfill, or do you think that they contracted that work out? Meanwhile, mom has days or weeks to smell freedom. Don't worry, she'll use the mentally unstable card and be free. Systems a joke. God bless these poor people. Imagine having this job. It must be heartbreaking. Pray they find this baby soon. The thing is, guys, I have a feeling the mom's going to try to hop town. They said that she's not a flight risk and they know where she's at and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, apparently she's out taking shots on the beach, at a beach bar. Wow, look at them. There's an overhead picture. FBI agents in white trained specifically for searches like that. The line of trash is searched and then another load is brought in. This is likely going to go on for days. Sadly, these agents are looking for remains, not a body. Wow, look at that, guys. So for the next several days, possibly weeks, this is what they're out there doing. My goodness. They just bring it load by load by load by load, and they take rakes and sort through it. Man. Let's see how many there are there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 agents that we see. They got, cones down here marked for whatever reason. Wow. The chief of police said that they believe Quentin was placed in a dumpster at a known location. Then that was delivered to the dump. So they pretty much know what dumpster Quentin was put into. Wonder they must have some footage. I wonder if she used which dumpster she used. FBI says we are not randomly searching this landfill. We have specific evidence that have led us to this landfill. This will not be a quick search. It will not be easy. Police have begun an extensive search of the waste management landfill in Chatham County. Wow. Wow.
Door through the neighborhood, and so far away he can't be found by canines, by horseback riders, by a drone, by the helicopter from mosquito control. Going door to door, the cops did. How could a 20-month-old baby outwit all of that? I find that very difficult to believe.
Wow.
It's 2 weeks since Savannah toddler Quentin Simon was reported missing, as investigators continue to search a Chatham County landfill for his body. Now, we've learned new information about the whereabouts of his mother, the prime suspect in this case.
Brooke Butler reporting from the Nearby Command Center. She has new insight tonight about where the prime suspect's mother, Leilani, was recently seen.
We want justice for Quentin, just like everybody else.
As investigators wrapped up their first official day of searching at this Chatham County landfill, Quentin's mother, Leilani, and grandmother, Billie Jo Howell, were spotted miles away on Tybee Island. The host of a popular bar and restaurant tells me they were taking shots at their establishment and being, quote, very loud. This just hours after police announced they believe Quentin's body was thrown away like trash.
We believe that he was placed in a specific dumpster at a specific location, and it was brought here by regular means of disposal.
The mother and daughter were spotted again Wednesday morning at a Tybee Island motel. Police confirmed with WJCL they were called to Sandcastle Inn twice over people, quote, exercising their First Amendment rights and shouting at the motel. They say no arrests were made and no police report was filed, but a woman who identified herself as Billie Jo told officers she would be leaving and wouldn't come back. When we were there at around 1 in the afternoon, there was no sign of the two. But police don't believe Leilani's a flight risk. As for why she hasn't been arrested yet,
Because we're not ready to charge anyone yet. We still have work to do. We still have an investigation to do, and we are not going to do anything preemptively that would harm future prosecution.
Now, it could take investigators days, weeks, even months to find Quinton Simon's remains, but they're determined to do so he can get the final resting place he deserves. Reporting in Chatham County.
Because you would think that if they were going to do something like go to Tybee Island, trying to get away from all the protesters in their yard, for example, or to try to just catch their breath for a second from the whirlwind that they found themselves caught up in, they would go and they would be peaceful and they would have a hotel or whatever. And maybe they'd go to the beach and maybe they'd even go to a restaurant for all I know, but they would keep the peace and they would be quiet and they would maintain a sense of self-control. But instead, that's not what happened. They went and they had a party vacation. They were taking shots and they were hitting on the wait staff and they were causing disturbances and police were having to be called. They're nuisances to society from everything that I'm hearing about them. Meanwhile, there's 25 FBI agents out scouring through a landfill trying to find anything that resembles a human body so that they can, number one, make a charge in the case, but number two, and maybe the most important part of it, is allow this child to have a final resting place. So it's absolutely heartbreaking. My gosh. I haven't saw this press conference. I'd like to take a second and watch it. It's not very long.
Good morning. I'm Chatham County Police Chief Jeff Hadley, and I'm joined today by FBI Senior Supervisory Resident Agent Will Clark from the Savannah office. Chatham County Police Department and FBI entered a new phase in the search for Quinton Simon. A short time ago, we began what will be an extensive search of the waste management landfill located here in Chatham County. As with every step we have taken in this case, the need for this search was based on where the evidence led us. We have spent the last several days preparing and deploying extensive resources to support the search team and the investigators. And I would like to thank, for a moment, Chatham County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff John Wiltshire, Chatham County Emergency Management Agency, Savannah Police Department, Savannah Fire Department, Chatham Emergency Services, and many other agencies that have assisted in getting us prepared to begin our search of the landfill. We know that this is going to be a physically, mentally, and emotionally grueling task for our investigators and team. Yesterday, our team posted this picture of Quinton here on the wall of this operations center as a reminder of who we are searching for and why we continue to work so terribly hard. We want justice for Quinton, just like everybody else, and we want to find his remains so we can give him a proper resting place. Once again, we are indebted to the FBI for their unmatched expertise that they have provided to us since they arrived on scene. Less than 3 hours after Quinton was reported missing. Now I'll turn it over to Senior Supervisory Resident Agent, Mr. Clark, who also has a few remarks.
Thank you, Chief. Good morning, everyone. My name is Will Clark. As the Chief said, I'm the Senior Supervisory Resident Agent of the Savannah and Brunswick offices of the FBI. Throughout our process here, our goal has been to bring Quinton home and to hold anyone responsible for his disappearance accountable. We, along with our law enforcement partners, go into this process with heavy hearts. We did not want to end up at this point, but the evidence has taken us here. We are not just randomly searching this landfill. We have evidence, specific evidence that leads us to this large property.
Does anybody have a picture or video of their evidence, which I assume is Leilani putting something in a dumpster around the time span that they're looking?
To help in this search, the FBI has brought in specialists from Quantico, Atlanta, as well as all of our personnel here in the greater Savannah area. The FBI's evidence response team, which has experience in landfill searches like this, is heading up part of this operation. At this moment, we have dozens of FBI personnel on scene in support of the Chatham County Police Department. We will have Chatham County and FBI personnel in the landfill each day, conducting a systematic search of the debris. This will be a complex and strenuous effort. Searchers will move through the debris placed on the search deck looking for evidence. Once that debris is cleared, it will be placed on the search deck and then removed and then replaced with another section of material. This will not be quick, it will not be easy, and the outcome is uncertain. As the chief said, we want justice for Quentin and we want to find him a proper resting place. Again, we share the sorrow felt by millions and promise all of our available resources and expertise to assist Chatham County in finding little Quentin.
Guys, this is heartbreaking. Gosh, this is heartbreaking.
Thank you, Will. Now we'll take a few questions if you'd like.
Really, the best part of these press conferences are in the questions often.
Do you think that Quentin is in this landfill?
The evidence has led us to this place at this date and time.
Or anything specific you can tell us?
Nothing I can tell you specifically.
Chief, what day did you think you would come to this landfill? Is this something you knew last Thursday, last Wednesday, last Tuesday, or yesterday, or this morning?
Agent Clark's going to answer any questions about the landfill.
We've been reviewing the evidence throughout the duration of this investigation. We've been following the evidence where it has taken us, and the evidence has taken us to this landfill. The efforts to undertake this landfill search have been several days in the planning. We've brought in experts in landfill searches to guide us to the specific area where we'll be searching. Like I said in my comments before, this is not, we're not searching the whole landfill. We have a specific area where we are looking.
And Agent Clark, in these landfill searches, I know the recovery of the evidence team has done this before. Is this an area that you've now gridded off? There's no more trash coming there, and it's away from anything new that would be coming in?
Yes.
And is that because of where this trash specifically came from?
Yes.
And then for the chief, if you don't mind.
Sure.
You know, we talked to you 2:30 the Wednesday that he went missing. You were so hopeful in this. And your tone has changed. You almost sounded like you were about to choke up there. You must be emotionally drained. As investigators, as agents, just can you talk about how hard this case has been?
Yeah, you're trying to get me to cry, I think. But it has. You know, we had a meeting yesterday, and to look across the multitude of people that are here and to feel and see their emotions, and but that's coupled with determination and dedication so we can find little Quentin and provide him a proper resting place. It does take its toll. There's a lot of time, energy, and effort that goes into not only the investigation, but the logistics in terms of getting everything we need to be able to provide the proper resources for the search teams and the investigators so we can reach a conclusion at some point. There's a large order of magnitude that has been brought to bear here for this. And I'll say it again, I can't thank the FBI enough for all that they have done. They have been tremendous and phenomenal.
How do you guys think the police is handling this case as opposed to some of the other cases that we've been watching or were a part of? It feels like to me that they're doing a pretty good job, guys. It seems like to me they're doing a pretty good job. We follow a lot of these cases, and so half the time we're scratching our head like, how come the FBI is not involved? How come they dropped the ball on this? How come they didn't do this? How come they didn't do that? The only thing that I have a question about is why they don't think that Leilani's a flight risk. She was in Tybee Island. I assume that, I know that he's on the coast. I don't know. There's ways. I'm sure you can get from Tybee Island to like some third world country somewhere. Don't tell me that you don't think that they thought about it.
And this is obviously is a criminal investigation now. It was a missing person, and there's no way that it's not, right? No one's been charged?
No one has been charged.
Why has no one been charged?
Because we're not ready to charge anyone yet. We still have work to do. We still have an investigation to do, and we are not going to do anything preemptively that would harm future prosecution, where I'm standing before you 6 months from now talking about a flawed investigation or talking about why we did this and why we didn't do that. I believe in our investigators. I believe in the expertise that we brought to bear here. We are tracking in the right direction, but we're only going to do that when we're ready to do that.
Chief, is that because you're holding out to make this a capital punishment case?
No.
Chief, is this landfill the only place that y'all are going to be searching?
Yes.
You mentioned, of course, that this is going to be a large scale, really strenuous operation. Do you guys have a vague idea of how long you think it'll take, or is that just kind of up to what happens out there?
It's kind of up to what happens, but as Agent Clark said, this is not going to be quick. This is not going to happen within a day or so. We are here for the long haul until we determine that we don't need to be here anymore.
Chief, let's back up a little bit in this investigation. One thing that never happened was
There, Amy Heights again for her birthday, sending a super sticker, inviting people to hop aboard that super sticker train. Thank you so much, Amy. Really appreciate it. If anybody wants to jump aboard with us, we'd be glad to have you. It'd be great to have, 10 of you guys hop on board. Really appreciate it. You guys need to pray for Christopher Dix today on his way home. He's safe now, but he's a little bit sore. He said, thank you for your immediate prayers. I feel so lucky. He said he was in his Jeep. He was driving home, hit a deer. The deer's dead, but now he has to deal with insurance for the next couple days. So be praying for him, guys. That can really ruffle your feathers if you're in an accident hitting a deer like that, just driving down the road. So praying for you, Christopher. Thank you for the update. Appreciate you. Patty, thank you for that super sticker. It's 2 of you guys on this round. Appreciate you. Thank you for hopping aboard. Amy's wanting us to hop on the super sticker train for her birthday. So she didn't tell us how many trains instead of candles. She hasn't said that number yet.
there was never an Amber Alert sent out. There was never a Levi's call sent out. Why was that?
It didn't meet the criteria of an Amber Alert at that time.
Why so?
I'd have to go back and look at the exact criteria, but we didn't have any specific information about an abduction. We didn't have a suspect for an abduction. We didn't have a vehicle description or anything like that. And Amber Alerts are very prescriptive in terms of when you can issue them, and we didn't have that information at that time.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are like, was there an Amber Alert? Well, just because there's a missing kid, I guess apparently it doesn't classify as an Amber Alert. I think that they should broaden the rules behind that. Amy's saying 62. Do you guys think we can get to 62? If you count what we've had so far today, it's 14. So that means all we need is 48 more for Amy's birthday. You guys think we can get 48 super stickers for her birthday? That'd be amazing if we did. Thank you so much, Amy Martin, for that super sticker. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Tough as to stand here right now when you only have one. This is someone threw that little baby in the trash.
It's tough, but we understand that it's necessary. This is the work that we do, albeit emotionally draining, albeit tough, albeit difficult. But this is what the community asked of our law enforcement officers.
I want to clarify something, Chief. It was asking a question earlier. Do y'all believe that Quentin was brought here and thrown in the landfill, or thrown in the trash and then ended up in the landfill?
We believe that he was placed in a specific dumpster at a specific location, and it was brought here by regular means of disposal.
My goodness. Hey, Friendly Frog. You said, God bless you and happy birthday, Amy. Thank you, Friendly Frog. Hey, Christopher, thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Puts us at 5. Karen puts us at 6. Thank you. Appreciate it. God bless you, Friendly Frog. Thank you for being so friendly.
The dumpster to gas station, 95.
I can't answer that.
Is Leilani Simon still the only suspect?
She is.
You mentioned the other day you didn't believe she was a flight risk. Has that changed?
That has not changed.
How hopeful are you that you'll find Quentin's body?
I have every belief that we will find his remains here at the landfill.
Do y'all know where Leilani is today? And I don't mean right at this actual moment, but do y'all know where she is?
I believe she's still here in Chatham County. We do not believe she's a flight risk.
And again, I'll ask one more time, what makes you believe that she's not a flight risk?
I can't get into that. Okay, thank you. Y'all have a great day.
I want to know why they think she's not a flight risk. Tybee Island is in Chatham County, by the way, for those of you who are wondering. But I want to know why they don't think she's a flight risk. Everyone's considered a flight risk in my mind. Everybody is considered a flight risk in this type of a situation. And even if she's under 24 hours a day, 7 days a week observation, that doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't matter to me. Because they said Brian Laundrie was under 24 hours, 7 days a week observation, and they knew where he was at, and he was already dead when they said that. So you think they're watching her party on the beach? It's now been more than 2 weeks since Quentin Simon was last seen. The 20-month-old toddler is at the center of a massive search effort that now focuses on a Chatham County landfill. Only the WSAV investigative unit has the photo of the toddler's mom out drinking at a beach bar as the first day of the landfill wrapped up. Why isn't Leilani Simon, the only suspect in this case, in jail? Quite honestly, it's because she's not a threat to the general public. That's the opinion of a law enforcement expert on WSAV. It's the picture that so many people are talking about. Leilani at Tybee Island at a bar Tuesday night. Servers told WSAV that her mom, Billie Joe Howell, was with her. With a few other people, we've learned that they ran a tab up of over $300. That happened while dozens of federal agents and Chatham County investigators continued their search. Not necessarily the public pressure, but a deep desire to find that child's body, said Art Avocado, a former police chief in Austin and Miami. The police chief provided insight on why police haven't arrested anyone in Quentin's case. A parent kills a child. More than likely, it's low risk to a stranger and not a great risk to society. An arrest could be simply put on hold because the police believe that they'll be able to find Quentin's body. If you think you have a lead with the bodies that, like appears you do in your case, it's important to be patient. Thursday, the WSAV investigative unit learned new details about Quentin's mom's past. Leilani, who told police last month she was on probation, was charged with a felony last year. She stole 2 packs of cigarettes, a bag of popcorn, and a drink from a truck stop where she worked in North Carolina. Chatham County Police have said that when they bring charges in Quentin's case, there won't be any doubt about them. Now, back to the terms of probation. Leilani's in a 5 months in on a 12-month term. She's supposed to do also 48 hours of community service and couldn't commit another serious crime like, I don't know, murder. Thursday, there was nothing significant that those searchers found in the landfill. They're back tomorrow morning at sunrise. Here we go. Let's play this.
Toddler went missing. Investigators believe 20-month-old Quentin Simon is dead and have named his mother as the prime suspect. That has many people wondering, why hasn't his mother, Leilani Simon, been charged with the crime?
No one has been charged.
Why has no one been charged?
Because we're not ready to charge anyone yet. We still have work to do.
Yesterday, we showed you exclusive pictures of Leilani Simon at a Tybee Island bar. This as officers wrapped up the first day of searching a Chatham County landfill for her son's body. WSCD's lead investigative reporter Brett Buffington is live tonight at a joint task force command center near the search site, and he brings us a new perspective on the question of why no charges so far in this case. Brett?
Quite frankly, Tina, that is because Leilani Simon isn't a threat to anyone else in the public. At least that's the opinion of this law enforcement expert I talked with today, asking specifically why Leilani is not in jail. It's the picture so many people are talking about. Leilani Simon at this Tybee Island bar Tuesday night.
Is it Leilani or Leilani? Because I keep saying Leilani, but they said Leilani in this. Hey, Jackie, thank you for that. Shauna, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Latrice, you're number 8 on this round of our super sticker train, number 20 total. We're trying to get to 62. Thank you for your super chat. You said, have you watched other YouTube folks about this case? BHB and DB. I have not. Certainly have not, Latrice. Thank you for your super chat, though. Appreciate you.
Servers told us her mom, Billy Joe, was with her. With a few other people, we've learned they ran up a tab over $300. That happened while dozens of federal agents and Chatham County investigators continued their search for her son.
It's not necessarily the public pressure, but a deep desire to find that child's body.
Art Acevedo, former police chief in Austin, Houston, and Miami, with his insight on why police haven't arrested anyone in Quentin's case.
A parent that kills a child more than likely is a low risk to a stranger, to the greater society.
An arrest could simply be on hold because police believe they will find Quentin's body.
If you think you have a lead where the body's at, like appears you do in your case, it's important to be patient.
Today, the WSAV investigative unit learned new details about Quentin's mom's past. Leilani Simon, who told police last month she was on probation, was. Just last year in North Carolina, Leilani Simon was charged with a felony, accused of stealing 2 packs of cigarettes, a bag of popcorn, and a drink from the truck stop where she worked. Chatham County Police have said when they bring charges in Quentin's case, there won't be any doubt about them. Well, let's go back to those terms of that probation. Leilani Simon is 5 months into a 12-month sentence there. She has to serve 48 hours of community service and can't be caught committing another serious crime. As for the search today at that landfill, the investigators have come back here to this command center and gone home for the day. There is no update of anything they found there, but they will be back first thing in the morning. Tina?
Brett, thank you. If you would like to stay on top.
My goodness, guys. Well, I do want to get into a timeline in this case. Here's an update from 21 minutes ago. I haven't seen this. Hang on a second. Let me see. Well, let's just go through some of these updates and see what's said. By the way, I gifted a membership. Did somebody get it? Let me know if you were the person who got the membership. January, congrats for being with us for 2 months. You said good chilly evening from Bama, feller fam. That's great. Congratulations on being with us for 2 months. Okay. It says 7 days after he was reported missing, police said that they were saddened to report on October 12th they believe the 20-month-old was dead. The CCPD and the FBI notified that Quentin Simon's family believe he's deceased. His mother, Leilani Simon, was named a prime suspect. Officials held the first press conference on the case of October 13th, where they reiterated the belief that Quentin is deceased. To the Chatham County community, our heart breaks along with yours, trying to comprehend what we believe happened here. The FBI, along with our law enforcement agencies, have followed every lead, every tip, and every piece of evidence to get to this point, and we will continue to do so. All officials did not disclose the nature of evidence suggesting that Quentin is dead or why Miss Simon is the main suspect. Oh my gosh. Leilani Simon did not have custody of Quentin. Quentin's grandparents reportedly had guardianship of him. Court documents obtained allege that Miss Simon had problems with substance abuse, and her parents had custody of at least 2 of her children. Authorities say they have 1 shot at arresting Leilani. During a press conference on Tuesday, Chatham County Sheriff Jeff Hadley said that Miss Simon was believed to be in Chatham County and that she was not a flight risk. He added that authorities would not be releasing more information about the evidence they had, noting that they get 1 shot at arresting Miss Simon, who is now the prime suspect. And he says, we are in it for the long haul. Look at that smiling face of this baby. Hey, Sarah, thank you for hopping aboard. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mm-hmm. Leilani Simon and her mom was seen at a bar as the FBI wrapped up their first day of searching for Quentin's body in a landfill in Savannah, Georgia. Local news reported that his mother is now the prime suspect in the investigation. His grandmother, Billy Joel Howe, were seen drinking at Stingray's, which is a bar in the neighboring Tybee Island. When contacted by The Independent, a staff member said they were here, they drank, and they left. Leilani Simon is now the prime suspect in the investigation, and her mother, Billy Joel Howe, was seen drinking at Stingray's. Grueling search continues in the Savannah landfill. And a grim date, the FBI said the search is now focused on the landfill. Look, there's a close-up of that. Look at those rakes that those guys are using. My gosh. This is a messy case, guys. This is going to be one messy case. For sure. Look at that timeline. The timeline begins on October 5th. Quentin goes missing on October 5th at around 9:40 p.m. Leilani Simon made the 911 call for a missing child. This remains a missing child investigation at this time, said Chatham County Police, who clarified that no evidence pointed to abduction or foul play, but everything is on the table. Hadley said investigators worked until 2 a.m. and returned to 8 a.m. to conduct additional interviews and begin searching through phone records and footage from video cameras mounted in the vicinity of Simon's disappearance. Search warrants were issued for the home. At around 6:30 p.m. that day, investigators continued a targeted outdoor search with professional and trained volunteers. On October 7th, Hadley updated the Chatham County Commissioner. A multi-agency task force participated in the search. They used dive teams, waders, poles. They were searching in a nearby pond. They were searching in the pool. They literally tried everything they could, every resource that they had to find little Quentin, but unfortunately nothing came up. The story continued by October 10th, which is 5 days later. They said, hey, hold up, wait a minute. This is no longer a missing child investigation. They are looking at it as a criminal investigation. And at that moment, 5 days in, 40 FBI agents, investigators joined the search. They started searching Buckalter Road home that was owned by Billy Joe and Thomas. That's where Leilani was living. Let me see. They were searching. I mean, like literally, they were searching everywhere. I'll show you guys a picture of that. I mean, it's pretty wild. I mean, when they say they were searching for some reason the top of the window frames. Or they taping windows so you can't see what they're doing inside the house. Thank you, Shauna, for that super sticker. Really appreciate you. That's number 22 on our 62 challenge for Amy's birthday. Only 40 more, guys. Only 40 more. And don't forget, if you guys give a super chat of $150 today, I will send you one of these paintings that we have left, or prints of my paintings in these beautiful frames. We have 3 of them left. We have the Lamb, and we have Jesus. And we have the dove. Right there, guys. Up for grabs today. And we'll send you, if you do it today, you know what we'll do? We'll send you some vanilla bean coffee too. There you go. Perfect. Hadley said, I anticipate us working through the week. And at some point, we might have to reevaluate if we've done everything we can do. That's on October 10th, 10 days ago. He said everybody was being looked at. But then he later noted the biological father was not being investigated. October 12th, they make a statement. Quentin is believed to be dead. Leilani Simon becomes the prime suspect. On the night of October 12th, the Chatham County Police Department and FBI investigators announced they believe that Quentin Simon is dead. Oh, Amy says, and a mug. See, there you guys go. You can get a mug too. So today, if you do a super chat at 150, you get one of these beautiful prints that are framed. You can pick. There's 3 to pick from. Get some vanilla bean coffee directly in the mail from me to you. And you get a mug. So there you guys go. A map mug. Feller Fan map mug. There you go. Police have not arrested his mother. Don't know why. Still don't know why now. They said thousands of people from around the world are heartbroken by this news. A day later, Hadley confirmed the statement that the mother was the prime suspect. And guys, look at that. The pile of support in this yard. And it would be hard, guys. To, it's like, I know that Quentin's captured the hearts of America. Oh, Karen says, tempting. I love the dove. I'll show it to you again. And that would be a good one to get today as we're celebrating Amy's birthday, since she has the official painting at her house. But this dove represents the Holy Spirit. See? It's beautiful. Get that. Give you the vanilla bean. Get a mug in the mail. Hey, Brooklyn, thank you for that super sticker. Appreciate it. Sadly, we still have not found Quentin, but our search and our investigation will continue, and it will continue with every available resource we have in order to get Quentin's family's closure and see that justice is served in this case. Sadly, they've not found Quentin. October 18th, CCPD and FBI search for Quentin's remain in a landfill. 2 days ago is when they began that search. They didn't find anything yesterday. They didn't find anything today, and they are back searching that facility again in the morning, they said. Leilani Simon remains the primary suspect. So there's a view of mobile command units. Heartbreaking, guys. Absolutely one of these things that are absolutely heartbreaking. Something that for some reason I've been wanting to watch again is the babysitter and the mom getting into a fight. I mean, the grandma getting into a fight. Let me see. That's one of the most heartbreaking pieces of footage in this case.
Don't put nothing in your yard. Oh, I hate it. This is my baby, not yours. That's your baby. That's my baby. I touched you and I told
When is this behavior appropriate? They're trying to make it out like that babysitter is responsible when this grandma knows full good and well. She might be blinded or upset or confused, but she knows full good and well that babysitter had nothing to do with this. Hey, Hospner, she said, happy birthday, sweet Amy. Love you. Miss you praying us out this morning, Tyler. I don't usually pray in the morning streams, Hospner, when I do 2 streams in a day. I just pray on the second stream of the day. So I'll pray at the end of this stream for sure. Thank you for that super chat.
And you want to blame me? I don't care about you, Jack. You think I'm gonna hit you at me? Yeah, you think I would do that? Yeah, really? Because I'm what?
No one likes
I'm
you.
what? I'm what? No, I don't like anybody. I should not have been out of town. You did. You shouldn't have. No, I'm not. I told you.
I love this babysitter, and you can tell she's not used to yelling because she can't, when she yells, no words are even coming out. You can't even understand what she's saying.
I was trying to provide. I even provided for you. You did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I didn't pay for your family, your entire family. I didn't ask you.
She's like, oh, yeah, you paid for us $30 a day for 12 hours of work for watching your 2 kids. You still owe me money, pretty much. Hey, Midwest Nice. You said respectfully, for humanitarian reasons, we don't say third world anymore. It's underdeveloped. No. Underdeveloped sounds worse to me, but okay. I'll try to mind my P's and Q's, or my PCs, of being politically correct. Though most of the time, I'm not politically correct. Thank you, though, because I didn't know that. Thank you for your super chat. Happy birthday to Amy. It's me, says Tyler. I'm looking forward to your closing prayer. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I pray that people feel something spiritually during that time of our streams, and it's actually why we exist. Thank you. It's me. Appreciate it. What do you guys think about her barging in? By the way, take note of how clean this house is. You know how hard it'd be to keep a house clean when you're babysitting 2 kids 12 hours a day, every day? You know how hard it is to keep houses clean? And this babysitter has like the spickest, spannest, cleanest house, maybe out of any babysitter I've ever seen. I mean, this house is spotless. That's a spotless house, if I've ever seen one. I hate when she's trying to slam the door in her face, too. Watch this.
I told you. I was trying to provide. I even provided for you.
I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. Trying to slam the door in her face like that. So ridiculous. Ah! It really bothers me.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I didn't pay for your family, your entire family. Your entire family. Keep recording.
That's something that drives me crazy. I didn't pay for you, your entire beep 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 family. That bothers me, guys. That little line of conversation there bothers me because it's like, no, you've underpaid her. If anything, like, you should feel bad about how much you're paying. You know, it's like, I understand people work and all this stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like, people work and there's challenges, and it is hard to pay $150 a week in care for your, for your grandkids. I understand that. That's a lot of money to spend. Think about that. $150 a week. That's a lot of money to spend. But she didn't pay for nothing. It's like, doesn't even cover her cost. So it's a lot of money to have to spend for baby care. And that's 5 days a week. It could be more than that for all we know. It's a lot of money to spend for childcare, 5 or 6 days a week. But it's not very much money if you're the person doing the childcare to receive. 'Cause you're only watching, it's not like she had a whole daycare going on. And then she's like, I've done paid for all of it. Like, what? Happy birthday, sweet Amy. Thank you, Michaela. You said waiting for tonight's prayer. Oh, that's so kind of you. I bless you. Thank you for your super chat. Oh, Karen says, Kenny and I want to purchase the dove. I had a dream a week ago with blue clouds and a dove, a very clear vision. We feel it's for us. How do we purchase it? Well, you can send a super chat if you want, or you can go to tylerfeller.com/store. And if you go to tylerfeller.com/store, then that direct link, and you can just get it from there. And there you can put your address in. If you do a super chat, then you can just email me your address. The dove it is, huh? Wow. That's great, Karen. I'm excited for you. Thank you for your super chat. What's the going rate for babysitters? Somebody tell me. I know babysitters aren't cheap. What's the going rate? Like, I don't know how much you should pay your babysitter. I'll Google it real fast. How much should you pay a babysitter? The average cost of a babysitter in Nashville, Tennessee is $16.25 per hour. You can expect to pay an hourly rate between $7.25 and $25. A babysitter's hourly rate can depend on the location. So let's do $16.25. That's the average times 12 hours a day. She should be getting paid $195 a day, according to the average rate of babysitters where I live in Nashville, Tennessee.
Don't take my phone.
Keep recording.
Don't take my phone.
Good,
Yeah,
you were wrong. You were wrong. I begged you to help. I begged you to help. Put that on social media. I begged you to help.
Oh yeah, and
I begged you to help.
I
said, hey, Michelle, please get the kids.
You're a liar.
Take them. I'll give you
Oh, you're a
300
liar.
a week.
Well, I'm about to put it
I'm a
all
liar.
I'm about to put
I'm a liar.
I'm about to put it all over.
I believe the babysitter. I believe the babysitter. She said, you're a liar. I believe that she was lying.
Good. Good, because you're awful to say you're going to put a memorial. My baby's not dead.
She didn't say she was doing a memorial. That's a lie right there. Is it true the babysitter came out with a new video? Is that true? She came out with a new video? Because if it's true, I want to know.
You are a liar. My baby's not dead. My baby's not dead.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
No, you are.
You are.
My baby's not dead. I thought you was a woman of
say
God.
that.
I thought you were a woman of God. You got Quentin? Did you have Quentin?
I don't have Quentin.
Maybe you do. Maybe you do. You got him.
Okay.
You got him.
Well, I'm about to call the police.
You're the only one that can go in my house and take him. Your kids go in my house and take him all the time.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We did not go in her house.
Oh, it's going to be. Oh, yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, maybe we need to look at the green cards. Yeah, we did. We did.
She's going to put a memorial up in her yard. Quentin's not dead.
I didn't put a memorial.
He's not dead.
No one said he was.
It's heartbreaking.
Good evening to everyone. And I wasn't even going to say anything until what happened today. And this is not directly about Quentin. I don't know any more than y'all do know about Baby Q. It's just something that happened today that I wanted to get straight, clear the air, stand up for myself, definitely.
She has a right. This babysitter has a right to stand up for herself. How horrible is it that she's having to come on Facebook and different things constantly and stand up for herself in this way?
So, what time is it? What time is it? Okay. I got just a few more minutes, guys. I told everybody 8, but I wanted to go ahead and let some people get on.
I wish we could get her on this show. We'd pray for her. Hey, Patty, thank you for that super sticker. Really appreciate it. Amy says we're almost halfway there.
There's a lot of people right now sending me.
My God, we're at 26. So yeah, we're almost
requests.
halfway there.
Honestly, I don't know how to get off and then accept it and get on. So I'm just going to stay on.
Sorry, I think I was talking over her. Yeah, but thank you, Patty and Amy. Yeah, we're almost halfway there. We're trying to get to 62 super stickers. And I count, we need 36 more to go. So we're almost halfway there. You're at 33. Well, I'm only at 26. So I must have miscounted.
On here. Hopefully I did make it public so everybody should be able to see. Someone just sent me a message saying when you get on, if you put at everyone, then it'll share with everyone. All right, I guess I'm going to go ahead and start. There's a lot of people. Okay, so as everyone knows, and I have got so many messages why I'm not talking out and why I'm not saying nothing, because I didn't feel like it was my place. I did keep Quentin, and I'm going to start from the beginning. How I met Billy Joe and Leilani is through a lady that used to go to my church, Miss Sandra. Her and her mother, Miss Audrey, they're very awesome people. And she called me and asked me, told me the situation, and asked me if I was interested. The next day, I got a call from Billy Joe asking me if I could keep her 2 grandbabies. And I said yes. Going in, I had never met them. I didn't know the situation that was going on with Leilani, Billy Joe, Danny, none of them. I started keeping them, and I didn't know anything at all. And then the more I seen a lot of stuff, and I was concerned. No, I did not call DFACS because I voiced all my questions and concerns to Billy Joe, the grandmother.
Thank you. It's me for that super sticker. Appreciate it. I guess that's number 34. I'm trying to get to 62.
She told me that she had custody of the boys. I didn't know why. She didn't tell me that. But they were staying with Leilani. Billy Joe worked out of town. So when I started seeing things that wasn't quite right, I would call Billy Joe and I would tell her. I would text her. She didn't answer. She was at work. She'd text me back and she'd say, okay, I'm going to talk to Leilani. Several times the boys were outside. One particular morning, they were outside in the ditch. My daughter seen them and come running in. We went down there. Leilani was nowhere in sight. I called Billy Joe. She got in contact with Leilani. Leilani was home. She was just in the house somewhere. They would drop them off with no diapers. They would drop them off with no pull-ups. And when the baby came, Sky, they wouldn't send no milk. 2 days, I had to call Danny because Leilani went.
So not only is she working for, basically pennies, which is ridiculous, they're not even sending the babies there with supplies. Thank you, Doreen. Really appreciate it. Number 35 on our route. On our route to 62. Thank you.
And answer me, which is her fiance, to bring me milk for Sky. I kept texting Billy Joe. My daughter took pictures and sent them to Billy Joe of Quentin having bruises. Everything that I'm telling you can be backed up. This is not hearsay. This is not me trying to get attention. Who wants to get attention over a baby? We sent her pictures. I sent her multiple texts. She texted me back one day and she said, okay, I'm tired of this. I want you to keep the babies permanently until I can get back home. I told her I would, and I did. So it was about 2 to 3 hours later, she calls me back. She said, well, I'm going to give Leilani a chance. She's a young mother. I've got to be able to try to trust her. She said, I did a lot of bad things. I got my kids taken away, and I want Leilani, I want her to know that she can do anything she wants to do, and I'm going to support her. So I didn't keep them day and night. Leilani made it clear to me that she didn't want me to keep them like her mother had wanted me to. So I kept them during the day. They dropped them off at between 5:30 and 6. And they picked them up, their schedule was 3:30. But sometimes they worked over and said, her boyfriend would text me and say, I need to work a couple extra hours to make up hours. So can you keep them until 6? I would do that. We fed them. We took them places. I love them. They're kids. Like, who's not going to love a kid? So that's a little backstory of how I even met them. Okay, now let's get to the day that this happened. I keep them every day, Monday through Friday. I kept them sometimes at night. At 5:29, they text me. No, I'm sorry. Tuesday afternoon, they went home at 4:30, 5 o'clock. I got up in the morning at 5 o'clock on Wednesday because they usually got here around 5:30, 6 o'clock. I get a text at 5:29 saying, from Danny, the kids are not coming. Leilani is with them. I put okay. Was it a little unusual? Yes, because even when she was off, I had them. She didn't know that we could see her. They sit on the front porch, but if me and the kids, and my kids too, but mine are basically grown, would go to leave, she would be on the front porch smoking, but she would duck and run inside so we wouldn't see her. But I had no problem keeping the babies. Was it for money? No, it wasn't. I charged them. I didn't even charge them for Sky. I charged them for the 2 boys, and it was $15 a piece, $30 a day.
That is definitely wasn't doing it for money. She was doing it. You want to know why I think she was doing it? So she could share the gospel with him. That's what I think. And she knew she'd have some expenses. So she's like, if at least I can cover my expenses, I'm going to keep them. Maybe I can teach these kids how to serve the Lord through the gospel, and maybe I'll be able to reach the family. I bet that's what she was thinking. Tim, thank you for that super sticker. You're number 36 on our route to 62. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hopefully we get there. You guys think we'll get there? In honor of, we're doing it for Amy Heights for her birthday. This is what she wanted for her birthday, was for us to do a super sticker birthday train for her, since she's our super sticker train conductor, and I couldn't resist. Had to say yes.
Okay, so back to what I was saying. So I text Danny, okay. Didn't hear nothing back from him. I got up. My husband went to work around 7:30. We was outside. My son also lives on this road, so he was going to work as well around 8:30. From 7:30 until 8:30, we was outside. We did not see Quentin. Nowhere. Okay. So then me and my girls, we go to McDonald's. They want a McDonald's. I live on Chatham Parkway. The McDonald's is literally right down the road. On our way back, I get a text from Danny. He says, have you seen Quentin? I said, no, why? Well, immediately I called him. And he said they couldn't find Quentin. Okay. So me and my oldest daughter here with me, we go over there. We get in the car and we go over there. I let my other daughter out. When we get over there, I asked, okay, he's a little boy. He likes to play and seek. He likes to get in my daughter's closet and play. He could be in a closet. He could be in a cabinet. You know, maybe he's playing hide and go seek. Me and my daughter help you look. They didn't want that. He stood there. He looked at me with the most coldest look I've ever seen and said, we've already looked. I said, okay. So I stood there for a minute and I looked around outside of where I was. Leilani was smoking a cigarette and Danny was standing there. And I go to get in my car. I was going to call Billy Joe, and I did call Billy Joe. She didn't call him. Leilani didn't call the police until I said, have you called the police? And then she calls the police. So we started to leave. Cops came behind me. I could not leave. I guess they said what it was on the property had to stay there until after they checked everything. So I left. I came back maybe about 30 minutes later. I asked Leilani and Danny, I said, do you want me to take Zane home? So, you know, y'all got a lot going on. She said yes. Danny said yes. I asked them to get me some shoes for the baby. They got me shoes.
Put a 1 if you think this babysitter's telling the full truth, the whole truth, and nothing but a truth. Put a 2 if you think she might be lying. Hey, Patty, thank you for that super sticker. Deborah, thank you for that super sticker. Boom, dee dee doo, boom, boom, boom. Thank you, guys. I'm putting a 1. I think she's telling the whole truth, nothing but the truth. She seems like a woman of God. Margarita, thank you. Margarita's mom, thank you so much for that super sticker. You said, happy birthday, Amy. Appreciate that. Just looking, most of you guys are like, truth, 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 truth. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. So there we go. Diana, the babysitter, we got your back over here on the Feller Fam.
I came home. I called Billy Joe. Billy Joe had no idea. I've never spoke badly about Billy Joe. But today, she came to my house after I told her, I texted her. She called me at 6:30 this morning. I'm sorry, I'm everywhere because this has been a lot. She called me at 6:30 this morning. We were talking. Everything was good. I texted her. I told her I was going to cook, that we were going to get flyers and put them everywhere of Quentin, and that we was going to do a prayer circle over here. Never said that we was going to do a memorial for Quentin because I didn't believe he was alive or that he had passed. Never did I say that. And I can back all this up because we have cameras.
She has cameras that's proving all of it, guys. How amazing is she? Here's another video.
I figured I would do.
This video, I think, was released today that I'm about to show you guys. Hey, Twyla, you says, blessings, y'all. Our world is very sad, but God has put his beauty everywhere. I agree with that. That's why Romans like, how could you possibly not believe that there's a God? You can walk out and look at his creation, and even just the knowledge of his creation, we're connected to the creator. So I agree with you, Twyla. Shout out to you. Thank you for that super sticker, super chat. We're at 40. We need 22 more super stickers to get to our goal today. Thank you, Twyla, for hopping aboard the birthday super sticker train for Amy Heights.
Do it this way. So I don't have to literally sometimes I have so many messages, it's just overwhelming. but it's very positive messages. So I thank y'all guys for that. I just wanted to come on here because I keep getting a lot of questions. You know, I really don't know anything more than y'all know. I don't talk to anybody. I just listen to the news. We're just waiting. We're praying. At this point now, from what the news says, I really had hope that Quentin was alive. But if we're going with what the news says, then we just want him to be put to rest in peace and justice for Quentin. Like I said, I don't know no more than what y'all know. I'm watching.
It has to be heartbreaking for her to be making videos. Like, she's basically been his caretaker for his whole life, and his siblings, and she's like, at this point, we just want him to be able to rest in peace, be put to bed and rest in peace. Guys, that breaks my heart. Hey, Patty, thank you. Nicole, thank you. Hey, Mary Bell, I like the little alligator popping out of the water like that. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Watching the news every time it comes on. I feel like the cops are doing a really good job, but they are having to go by what they're supposed to go by protocol to make sure that they get the person that is responsible. But yes, I don't know anything. I've just been we're all sad. We're all heartbroken. People that don't know Quentin has all around the world has sent me messages of his pictures and how precious he was. And yes, he is precious. And so was his brother and his sister. But just go on some of the videos that I took and I shared, and it'll make your heart smile. He was a very loving baby. He is a very loving baby. He is just precious. And to the other question that I've been getting asked a lot, and I have addressed this before, I could not keep someone else's baby. I have been asked so many times, why didn't you keep them and not give them back? Well, I could have been put in jail for kidnapping. I cannot just keep someone's child. I've said it over and over. Reports were made. So I just wish everybody would stop, saying things like that, because common sense, I can't keep someone's baby. I kept them as much as I could. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and let y'all know that I do not know any more than y'all. I am watching the news. I am watching all the.
She's saying that people were saying she needed to be like the foster parent of these babies. I don't think that's a good idea for obvious reasons. I think you guys think that as well, right? It's just like many obvious reasons why that's not going to be a good situation. So, Twyla, you said Amy Heights, heart face, birthday cake, blowing celebration face, butterfly face, roses. Thank you, Twyla. Appreciate you.
Groups, the Christian groups for Quentin as well, to make sure I don't miss anything. But yeah, we're just praying, we're hoping, and waiting. So thank y'all all for the nice comments. Thank you for loving Quentin, because you don't have to know a baby to love a baby. A child, a baby, you don't have to know him. But he was a happy baby. And my girls, y'all are asking me how my girls are doing. They're doing good. They have big hearts. They do love kids, all kids. Quentin was very close to us, so they have had a hard time with it. Of course they are, but we're just trying to get through it. And I know that eventually it will come to an end, and the cops will tell us something. And we'll all know. So, but yeah, I don't want no one to think that I'm getting on here for attention or that I'm perfect. I'm this perfect angel that took care of a child. No, I'm not perfect. But I can tell you, I've never hurt a kid. I have 6 of my own, and I am a good mother, and we were good to Quentin. Nobody's perfect.
It's kind of heartbreaking listening to her. It's me says, I agree with you, Tyler. God put this babysitter with these babies. I know it's impossible not to see that. It's like she was a light to them, to this family. And I think she's, this is a ministry. My understanding of it would be this was her ministry. Thank you for your super chat. Appreciate it.
But yeah, I've had a lot of that too, saying that I thought I was perfect because I love Quentin. No, I'm far from perfect, but 100% we do love Quentin. And we're praying that we're hoping and praying that it would be good news, but I don't know. But thank you all. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Amanda, for all the prayers. Thank you, Ashley. We really do and did and do love Quentin. We love Zane. We love Sky. And we're praying for Zane and Sky too. We can't forget about them. We pray that they're in a safe place and they're being loved. And I think they are. So I just wanted to get on here, and maybe y'all will see something that I don't see. So if y'all see something, please message me. Like I said, we're watching, but there's a lot of things that have been put on that I didn't even know. So maybe we can share together. And the reason why I get on here and do live is because there's so many of y'all that love Quentin, and we can cry together. We can talk about him. We can just share what a wonderful, precious baby he is. And we can all agree on that he is a precious baby. So we don't have to be negative or mean.
I agree. And I don't know what the point is of people on the internet trying to be hateful and mean. I saw today a comment somebody was making. It's the dumbest, literally maybe one of the dumbest comment threads I've ever seen anybody making, but it was a channel that's basically doing everything they can to talk bad about me. And there were literally people accusing me because of this hat that I'm wearing, which smiley face hats are like one of the most popular hats in all of America right now. Everybody has smiley face hats. They were accusing me of being the smiley face killer, literally, today in somebody's comment section. I don't know why the internet has to be so mean, so disrespectful. They called me predatory Pastor Tyler Blood Money from the Dead Feller, also known as the smiley face killer, and that perhaps the smiley face killer conspiracy is real. I mean, look at Mr. Feller's hat. Like, seriously, somebody has to have something, in my opinion, basically mentally wrong with them to say that stuff out loud. That's what I think about another human being, of which there's literally absolutely no possibility of that being true. Amy, thank you for that super sticker. Heidi Joy, thank you for hopping aboard Amy's super sticker train. Look, she's hopping on her own train for her birthday. Thank you, Heidi Joy. Appreciate that. Twyla says, God bless this lady. God's angels on earth. Yeah, I definitely think angels are messengers of God. She appears, in my opinion, to be a messenger of God as well. So I agree with that. Absolutely heartbreaking.
But yes, I just I thank y'all for everything, for the prayers. No, I didn't. Yes, I did see a video of them on Tavi. But I don't know what is happening. I haven't seen nothing else. But I do know that many people has come by my house and thank you. You're a blessing, really, all of y'all. And it's not about it's just about the love and the care that you're sharing towards Quentin and everyone. And that's what it should be about, Quentin. And it should be about people praying for him, people loving him, and people remembering him. Like in our house, whenever he's found and this comes to an end, we will always keep his memory alive. We will always love him. We will always talk about him because he was a part of our life. Thank you so much, Denise Powell. So, yeah, just keep praying for Quentin and everybody involved. And keep sharing his face all over. That's what I keep.
Hey, DK, you said happy birthday, Amy Heights. You know what? $10 is our biggest super chat day. We've had 3 of them, I think, today. And you're one of them, DK. Thank you for hopping aboard Amy's birthday super sticker train. Hey, Athena, appreciate you. Thank you for that super sticker. Appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
Keep doing. I know a lot of people has said that I'm sharing too much, but I'm not sharing too much. He's a precious baby. Keep sharing his face, keep sharing his story. Because people need to know that this isn't okay. Yes, Denise, I agree with you. He can't be forgotten.
Viola says, y'all stop picking on our Tyler. We give because we believe in Jesus. Tyler is a messenger for God's word. We are here. We here pray for you who don't know Jesus. Yeah, absolutely. As well, we agree. We believe in praying for people. And you don't even have to believe what we believe to be a part of our channel, but we do ask that you're respectful. Like what Twyla's saying, just be respectful. We're not talking bad about you. No reason to talk bad about us. So thank you, Twyla, for that. I really appreciate it.
The whole story can't be forgotten. And Quentin does need justice. He does. And God is bigger than all of us. He knows everything that we don't know. And he's going to take care of the situation. So I just wanted to come on and let y'all know that because like I said, I'm not ignoring any of your messages. It's a lot. So it's easier for me to do it like this. But yeah, thank you guys. And like I said, if y'all hear something and I haven't been on.
Hey guys, I'm going to open up the phone lines. It's something that we haven't done in a while. So I'm going to open up the phone lines to you guys. And you call in, we're going to give you like a 3-minute time that you can call in. And then after that, we'll have to cut you off, but we'll do 3 minutes at a time. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this case and what you think are going on. Please make sure you have YouTube in the background and stuff, because when people call in and the audio is all out of whack, it just is an unbearable listening experience. And so we're not trying to be rude or disrespectful when that stuff happens, but we definitely want to be respectful to the listeners. Hey there, Karen. You said PayPal gave you a $12 discount, so here's a few more chats to make up for it. Oh, thank you so much, Karen. Really appreciate that. That's awesome. Hey, Smiley Miley. I like the name Smiley Miley. Thank you for that. Karen says, thank you for being you. Thank you, Karen. Appreciate it. You guys are awesome.
Please let me know because we really want this. We're praying this comes to an end and we all know something. And I know I've gotten messages from people all around the world that are sharing Quentin's pictures and sharing this whole situation. And, they're crying and they're upset because we're human. We love each other. We love one another. And
it's a great point. Like, the very essence of who we are, we're the same species. At the core of it, we can care about people that we don't even know because we're human. We're human together, and we can understand both the joys and troubles that someone would go through because we've experienced both those same joys and troubles. Glinda says, happy birthday, Amy. Thank you, Glinda, for celebrating Amy's birthday. Really appreciate that. Twyla says, I need prayers for me and my 86-year-old mom still here in CA. Is that California or Canada? Helping here. Well, we're praying for you, Twyla. I think you said California, right? You were doing a cross-country road trip. Well, you know what? We're definitely praying for you. And would you guys mind adding Twyla to your prayer list? Good trumps trolls. Keep going. Don't stop. Hey, Latrice. Good idea. Don't stop right there. Great thought, Latrice. I like the way you think. Appreciate your super chat.
We love babies. We love kids. So it's good that we can do this. It's good that we can talk to one another. It's good that we can show how much we love and how much love we have for people, babies. Yes, Nicole. I'm so glad that we got to meet Quentin and love him and share some happiness with him, because he is a happy baby. Oh my goodness. I've said it before. His smile could light up a room. He smiled with his eyes. His laugh, he would get them belly laughs and he would just laugh. And
we actually played a video of one of his laughters, and it does bring joy into the room. It lets you feel for even just a moment. You're like, at least this baby had an opportunity to experience joy and love somewhere, somewhere he got to experience that. And you'd hear him laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh.
It was just wonderful. But I guess I'm going to get off now. Just please let me know if y'all hear anything. And know that I'm praying with y'all. We're all praying for baby Quentin. And I love you guys. Have a good day. Good afternoon, my friends. I just wanted to make a video. I've been on live twice. I wanted to thank y'all all for the prayers for Quentin, for the nice things that you said to my family. And it's not about my family, it is about Quentin. And nobody wants attention about this. We want all the same thing. We want Quentin to have justice. And if what the cops are saying is true, which I'm still holding out that he is okay, and maybe I'm naive or just not wanting to believe it.
If that baby happened to be okay and really was abducted and the mom had nothing to do with it, it'd be the shock of the century. But since there's a text message that the grandma sent out that said that Leilani did it and that he was in the trash dump, and then it turns out that's what they basically say in the press conference, I seriously doubt it, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. It's Me says, our God is love, and we are all of the human race. Absolutely 1,000%. Thank you, It's Me, for that super chat. Twyla, you said, yes, California. Thank you all for your prayers. Yeah, we're praying for you. Thank you for that super chat. You guys know we're 5 super stickers away from hitting the goal for Amy's birthday. So there you go. Only 5 away, guys. Oh, there's a picture I wanted to show you here on the in terms of her probation. Leilani's 5 months in. That's not the picture I wanted to show you. What is this story? Have we heard it?
When missing in Chatham County.
Law enforcement also still haven't found Quentin Simon's remains. For the last 3 days, police and FBI have been actively searching the waste management landfill off of Little Neck Road, and that's where they believe they will find Quentin's remains there.
Our Camille Syed speaking with the criminal justice Georgia Southern professor who has been following the case. She joins us now live with more on why he thinks police are handling the case this way.
Yeah, Mike John, on October 5th, 20-month-old Quentin Simon's disappearance started as a quest to find him alive. Now it's a search for his remains. The FBI are searching a landfill very close to this command center. Now, there are so many questions that have yet to be answered by law enforcement into how Quentin disappeared. And I spoke to a Georgia Southern professor who explained to me why investigators may be so selective about the information they share and why they may not have made an arrest.
This is definitely the biggest case in a long time.
Quentin's mother, Leilani Simon, is the only suspect police have named in Quentin's death and disappearance. But police say they haven't arrested her because they don't want to jeopardize anything
that would harm future prosecution.
Associate criminal justice professor at Georgia Southern, Chad Posick, says in cases of a missing child this young, it's typical for the child's parents or someone close to the child to be responsible for their disappearance. He says they can arrest Leilani Simon before they find Quentin's remains, but they may have a more solid case if they wait.
I think they're looking for remains for the body, some evidence that can really tie the perpetrator to the victim.
He says police may not have the evidence yet that prosecutors will need.
But certainly if they have enough to make an arrest and bring it to court, means that they've either talked to a witness or they found something pretty key in the home or at one of the sites that they had been previously searching.
Police also haven't gone into detail about what evidence they found that led them to believe Quentin was put into a dumpster and taken to this landfill, or why Leilani Simon is believed to be responsible for Quentin's death.
In a case like this and the magnitude of the case, police are going to be very careful not to do anything that would jeopardize this case if it went to trial. Or any plea bargaining. And so, especially when you have the disappearance and you may have a body somewhere, everything from who they interview, the way they do their investigation, to the search for any remains, any little thing can upset that case if it's done incorrectly.
He also says police may not want to put all the information and evidence that they've gathered because they might have to find another suspect or person of interest in this case. Police have said they don't have any new details for today, but speaking to FBI officials, they plan to put out information about some of what they found in the search and where they are in their search tomorrow. Reporting live in Chatham County, Camille Syed, WTOC News.
Wow, that was a good story. I can't believe the mom's out. How much alcohol do you have to buy for $300 tab at the bar? See, I would guess a lot. Amy, thank you. Twyla, love, love, love. Thank you. Carol says, well, Carol sent super sticker. Thank you. Thank you, Twyla. Thank you, It's Me. Thank you, Rhonda. Twyla says, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Psalm 91:11. Psalm 91:11 is that God will order angels to protect you. So thank you for that, Twyla. Really appreciate you. Said one more or two. I lost count. I think we've reached our goal. It's Me. Thank you for that super sticker. You said bring the light out of the dark. That's what I'm hoping in this situation. Thank you for your super stickers. Drinks are around $14 each. So do you think they bought drinks and food or just drinks? $300 is a lot, guys, to spend at a restaurant for two people. Do you guys normally spend $300 for two people when you're out at meals? And if they're buying drinks, that's 21 drinks. I hope they didn't have 21 drinks. They were drinking top shelf? My goodness. Is just drinks? My goodness. Aussie says, I'm devastated that this little angel hasn't been found. While the killer is out partying, drinking with his grandmother. How truly sad. It's a really good picture of Quentin. Even if it's top shelf Patron. Well, what's the name of the place? Let's look it up. Carol says, happy birthday, Amy. You're the best. I agree. Amy's the best. Thank you so much for that super sticker. Let's look up the menu at this place, guys. Let's figure out what was it called where they were at. Down tequila shots. Huh. Just over there, down on tequila shots. What's the name of the place? Let's do a little Google searching. Meanwhile, FBI is out here doing this. Let me look up like bar in Tybee Island. Stingrays. Stingrays in Tybee Island. Put it on the screen for me. Stingrays in Tybee Island. Athena said, and they're, yeah, great point, Athena. And meanwhile, they're only paying $15 a day, for babysitting for Quentin and Zane and Sky. And they're spending $15 a drink. Call in your order. Oh, whoops. Menu, drinks. Ginger ale, Red Bull, beer, wine, beer, cocktails, frozen drinks, pick your mule, Sting Shooter, drink specials. None of their prices are on there, but tell you what, I can call them real fast. Hey, how much is your, what's it called? Patron shots? You never know. 912 786 0209.
Please hold while I try to connect you.
I'm on hold, guys.
Your call has been forwarded to the voicemail for Stingray's Restaurant.
They didn't answer. Old Stingray did not answer. I'll call him back in a second, but I'm curious how much was all this? Patron. How much is it normally? Like at somewhere? Should I try to call one more time just to see? How much is it normally?
Please hold while I try to connect you.
Hey guys.
Yeah, hey, I was wondering, how much are your Patron shots?
They are $10 to $12. It just depends.
Okay.
Let me look. I said 10 to 12. It should be 10, but I might have changed it a while ago. Just because it may have been. Yep, 10.
Okay, that's all I needed. Thank you. Bye. Guys, are $10. So you do the math. $10. That's 30. Well, after tax, it's like 25 shots. My gosh, that's too many. Hey, Latrice, how are you? Latrice, how are you?
I can't hear you.
Well, we can hear you.
I can.
So what do you think
I can't
happened?
hear you.
We can hear you. So what do you think happened?
I can't hear you or anything, but I just wanted to say I'm joining the smiley face hat killer.
Oh.
I'm changing my name just to let you know. You see it? You'll see it in chat too.
Yeah, Latricia his lamb. Sure do.
I don't know why I can't hear you. You couldn't see me last time. Now I can't hear you this time. Anyways, thought I'd join you. I'll be a killer too.
Bye. Guys, I couldn't hear Latricia couldn't hear me, but I could hear her. Easy as that. That's the way that went down. They had food too. Somebody said they just ordered drinks. So somebody get down to the bottom of that. How do we actually know what they had? No news report said that they had food. I can tell you that much. That was evident. That turned out to be pretty evident. Quentin Simon's mom downs shots, flirts with bar staff. That's the part, too, that's a little crazy. Quentin Simon's mom and grandma were seen at a popular Georgia bar, downing top shelf tequila and flirting with staff. They were having a great time. They didn't have a care in the world, a server told the newspaper. They were drinking Patron shots in the deck area, being loud and laughing. It's almost like they were trying to draw attention to themselves. A manager at Stingray's declined to comment. Staffers told WSAV that the mom and daughter duo ran up a $300 tab. Meanwhile, a small group of protesters are outside of their house. Leilani and her mom began boozing at the bar. Says nothing about food. Boozing at the bar shortly after federal agents wrapped up the first day of their initial search at a local landfill. People were getting upset. They just wanted them out of there. It was really strange. More than a dozen agents descended upon the sprawling mound of refuse beginning at sunrise Thursday, making it the third day of search. And they are, again today, repeating that they will be back. They were at Stingray's on Tybee Island. So sad. Police said in a press conference that there was a specific dumpster in which they believe Quentin was discarded in. They said we didn't want to end up at this point, but that's where evidence has taken us. So yeah, just going through the news article, it sounds like they were doing top shelf alcohol. It didn't say anything about food. Nothing about food. And they said a $300 tab. They didn't say $300 including with the tip. So it's pretty strange, guys. Here's a poll from Nerdy Addict. Do you think Quentin's remains are in the landfill or somewhere else? I voted in the landfill at 63.5%, and 36.5% said somewhere else. I'd like to do that same poll on this channel right now and see what you guys think. Do you think Quentin's remains are 1 in a landfill, 2 somewhere else? Ask your community. Hey, Patricia, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this case.
Well, hi, Tyler, and happy birthday, Amy.
Oh.
This is really an amazing case to me. I'm looking at, and I'm wondering what happened the night before in that house. The boyfriend's there, Leilani and the kids are there. All of a sudden, 5:30 in the morning, the boyfriend texts the babysitter and says, we won't need to use you today for babysitting. Basically, Leilani was going to be home with the kid. And then off he goes to work. I didn't hear, did he stay at work or did he return once he found out that Quentin
I don't
was
remember. I didn't hear them say it.
okay? Yeah, I was just curious about that. And then we look at the behavior of Leilani and of Billy Joe, the grandma. And I look at those two. Here is Billy Joe getting guardianship of those kids because Leilani was not a good mom, apparently. And I had heard that they were even considering evicting Leilani and the boyfriend. Now, I haven't heard anything definitive on that, but that's kind of what was going around. Then you have, within these past 2 weeks, Leilani and her mom seem to be really close together. They're out partying together.
Yeah.
That's very strange to me, Tyler.
I know, me too.
And
it's sickening, actually. It's not even strange. It's sickening, Patricia, sickening that a mom and grandma who have a son and grandson who is missing, and the FBI has 40 agents assigned. That's what the article said. 40 agents assigned to the case, out scraping through a landfill to try to find his remains. And they're out partying, racking up a $300 tab on the high-end liquor, paying the babysitter at the time less than half of that for a week of watching their kids 12 hours a day. It's sickening. These people are a menace to society at this point.
Well, I'm just thankful for one thing, and that's that the other two children, what is it, Zane and Sky, are away from that household now. And I hope that they are, not traumatized by all of the stuff that was going on there. I'm just looking at this and I'm wondering, okay, have they cleared the boyfriend? Have you heard anything about that?
They said their one and only suspect is Leilani.
Okay. But, when you were playing that Facebook video of the babysitter a little while ago, she said something about the look on the boyfriend's face that really troubled her. Something about, we've already looked.
I thought did she say that was the boyfriend?
Yeah.
Or did she say that was the step grandfather?
Oh, I thought she said the boyfriend.
Well, if she said it was the boyfriend, that means he must have came back from work then, right?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I'm looking at the timeline. And so the police were called after the garbage was picked up that morning. I saw that it was picked up at 9 a.m. And Leilani waits, and what was it, 9:49? Calls the police.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a little concerning right there. That's suspicious.
I agree.
Maybe that's why the law enforcement are convinced that poor Quentin ended up out there at the landfill.
Athena sends a super chat and says, Grandma is not a saint. Criminal record, I heard. I would not be surprised, Athena. Thank you for your super chat. I would not be surprised at all.
Wow. Somebody in chat earlier had said the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and the more I'm hearing about the behavior of Billy Joe and Leilani together, I almost have to agree. There is something that's going on here. And
well, the fact that she went over there and started screaming at the babysitter, almost like trying to pin the babysitter. She's like, you're the only one that had keys to the house.
And that's another thing. The grandmother already got guardianship because she knew her own daughter was not taking good care of those kids. There was probably things that were presented to court, possibly, that was evident and that the grandmother had to testify against her own daughter. Now, why would the grandmother then run over to the babysitter and accuse the babysitter? Did Leilani convince her that the babysitter was involved? I mean, that doesn't make sense to me.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, this is troubling. It's just too troubling. And Oh, I'm so glad they're covering this case. And I really hope and pray that somehow you may be able to get a hold of the babysitter and
I've
invite her.
messaged her a couple times.
Yeah.
She hasn't messaged me back, but we'd be a perfect channel for her to come live on and could talk with. I mean, obviously, we share the same worldview, and that's a biblical worldview. Christ is center of our lives, so we'd be literally the perfect channel. But I don't know, other than if she happens to see my message and come upon it.
Yeah. I follow her on Facebook now as well. And I don't come in and make comments once in a great while. I do, but just pray
Yeah,
that.
Chains No More says the FBI took the video from Stingrays. I didn't know that. Well, that
Oh,
makes
good.
sense. So FBI is looking at that, seeing who they're hitting on, seeing what they're drinking, how they're spending money, and hopefully, which I doubt it, but hopefully there's some audio attached to those, and then they're able to hear what they're talking about while they're there, getting a little drunk, get them a little loosey goosey. And if I was the FBI, I would put an undercover police officer there, to be honest, just listening, kind of catching up what's going on in that conversation. It's Me says, I love that you do God's work with the donations that you receive. Absolutely. That's our heartbeat here, is to do God's work in everything we do, not just with our treasure or our financial resources, but with our time and talent as well. But yeah, we do honor people with our giving. The people that donate in here, we have a benevolence fund. And if you're interested, if you have a short-term financial hardship you need help with, you can go to talfellow.com/request to fill out that form. Thank you, It's Me, for that.
Only one last thing is that the $300 bill at that restaurant, I'm wondering if they weren't just loose with the money and were, buying rounds for the bar, because that's way too much to only spend on alcohol for themselves, even having a meal. $300, no. So they were splurging. And I think maybe they were just throwing money out there for other people in the bar.
300 is a lot of money, isn't it?
I've been to the best restaurants in the world, and I've never, even with someone else, I've never had a bar tab where if there was wine being with the meal, but the food with one person and a glass of wine, the best restaurants, is not $300. It would have to be, you would have a meal that could be maybe $50, $75. That's really a big if, though. But I think that they were just throwing money out there. They were buying drinks for the house. I think that that's what's happened.
It might be it. Athena also said this, that thank you, Athena, for the super chat. She said the police were called to the hotel where they were rowdy at as well.
Oh, wow. Well, they're just racking up all kinds of things against themselves, and I just pray that Quentin is found.
I wonder what the police did when they showed up. Like, you guys are rowdy. You're a suspect in a murder. You're also on probation for larceny, stealing from your former place of work. Your baby's dead. FBI has a whole team of people out searching, and you're getting drunk at the bar, staying at the hotel on the beach.
Yeah. I'm sure that the police probably followed whatever procedure they could to at least inform them that they were making too much noise. They have to stop making noise and abide by the hotel rules. And I think the police probably just left. They may have said, oh, sorry about that. And the police just left. Now, whether they made noise after that, I don't know. But who are they partying with? Just the two of them in the hotel room? Partying, making that much noise? Something.
Maybe they took the wait staff back home with them.
This is just.
Did you hear me call the restaurant and ask how much those drinks were?
Yes. Yes. And it's interesting because if you're going to be drinking that much, wouldn't it be cheaper for someone to just go and buy it at the store and go home and party? But apparently they felt that they just needed a night to lavish luxury on themselves and party. And at the same time, they have no thought, no regard for Quentin, what's happened to him. It's like they don't even care. It's like they've moved on from it. I don't understand that. I
Oh,
don't
Athena said they left before the police arrived. That's interesting.
Oh.
So they were wild at the restaurant, and then the police got called to the restaurant.
Oh.
I bet some people at that restaurant knew who they were too, based on the story.
I'm
That's
wondering.
interesting, Athena. Thank you for that super chat. Yeah. So that one thought that I had is like they realized that Leilani might be going to jail for the rest of her life, and possibly the grandmother, since she technically was the guardian of the kids. And so I thought maybe they felt like this is their one, because I thought maybe they thought, well, they're going to find his remains. We're all going to be in jail or whatever. So let's go party it up.
Tyler, that's exactly the same thing I was thinking earlier on your live stream here. I thought maybe they just thought, this is the last hurrah. We're about ready to get busted. We're going to end up going to prison. We might as well party hardy. And off they went. And you might be right. That did cross my mind. I don't know that.
My mind.
Oh.
I think they were like, yep, let's go live it up, because soon we will be in a situation, that we're not going to be able to have this luxury. So let's go live it up at our favorite Stingrays.
And the thing is that one of them has watching the news about this case on television or something, or looking online, and they know that they're being basically tracked to a restaurant, partying like crazy, acting like fools, living it up. And they didn't think that any word would get out there. Now they know, they can't really go anywhere without somebody saying something about what they see these people doing.
Yeah.
So their life is an open book. You would think they would have some discretion.
Yeah.
But apparently they don't care.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
Heartbreaking.
it is, Tyler. I know it's well past 3 minutes, but I sure appreciate you opening up the phone lines. And thank you so much for continuing to cover the updates.
Thanks for calling in.
Always glad to do that. Thank you, Tyler.
Have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Athena says, a low-life mother-daughter duo. It's on local TV. It's heartbreaking, Athena, in my opinion. And yeah, that probably is a way to describe them, unfortunately. Thank you guys for those of you who voted in the poll, too. Do you think Quentin's remains are? 67% of you say in a landfill. That's pretty similar. We're a little bit higher than this poll, but it's pretty similar to what we're seeing over here on Nerdy Addicts poll as well. And by the way, Mitch, thank you for being a member for 4 months. Thank you so much. You said, I wondered if they were carefree knowing that Quentin would be found in a landfill. Could the dumpster footage be staged and a distraction? Yeah, sure could. Sure could. Somebody said, what if the boyfriend disposed of the body somewhere else? And then they did this dumpster thing, including leaking that text message as a red herring. That means they'd be criminal masterminds. So they're disgraced, the pair of them, that poor baby. There's the picture of them at a bar. No justice, no peace. Let's see what that News Nation story says about them, actually. They might have more information about some of the things they were doing at that bar.
Battery in his sexual abuse lawsuit.
What?
Tracy denies those allegations.
Why is Leilani Simon to a law enforcement expert today?
Huffington with our affiliate WSAV's mother has been named Simon. He was working to find the body of 20-month-old Quentin Simon. He went missing earlier this month and is believed to be dead. His mother has been named the primary suspect. Search teams are combing through a massive landfill after evidence led them to believe Quentin's body was thrown in a dumpster. Brett Buffington with our affiliate WSAV in Savannah has been on the story since day one. Brett, what can you tell us today?
Nicole, it's another day that they haven't found anything in that landfill. Day 3 of searching there. But we talked to a law enforcement expert today because we put out that picture we shared with you and your audience yesterday. That picture of Quentin's mom at a beach bar here just hours after they were done searching that first day. And I asked that law enforcement expert, why is Leilani Simon, who's the #1 suspect and only suspect in this case, why hasn't she been arrested?
Is it Leilani? Am I saying it wrong this whole time?
It's the picture so many people are talking about. Leilani Simon at this Tybee Island bar Tuesday night. Servers told us her mom, Billy Joe, was with her. With a few other people, we've learned they ran up a tab over $300. That happened while dozens of federal agents and Chatham County investigators continued their search for her son.
It's not necessarily the public pressure, but a deep desire to find that child's body.
Art Acevedo, former police chief in Austin, Houston, and Miami, with his insight on why police haven't arrested anyone in Quentin's case.
A parent that kills a child more than likely is a low risk to a stranger, to the greater society.
An arrest could simply be on hold because police believe they will find Quentin's body.
If you think you have a lead where the body's at, like appears you do in your case.
That's the guy who I accidentally said his last name was Avocado a little bit ago. So I know I got his name wrong. But I think it's Leilani. I think it's Leilani, right? Athena says, Grandma trying to pick up waiter gave him number, and then he gave it to police who called her on her cell. That's scandalous, Athena. Grandma's trying to pick up the waiter. She's married. Then she gave him the number, and then the police call on the cell. Are you serious? That's shocking to me in 1,000 different ways, and it shows that she's morally bankrupt, as if we didn't already know that.
It's important to be patient.
Today, the WSAV investigative unit learned new details about Quentin's mom's past. Leilani Simon, who told police last month she was on probation, was. Just last year in North Carolina, Leilani Simon was charged with a felony, accused of stealing 2 packs of cigarettes, a bag of popcorn, and a drink from the truck stop where she worked. Chatham County Police have said when they bring charges in Quentin's case, there won't be any doubt about them. Nicole, back to the terms of that probation. We know that Leilani Simon is 5 months into a 12-month sentence. She has to do 48 hours of community service, and she's not supposed to be involved in any criminal activity. As for the search today, those searchers have gone home. They will be back here at that landfill first thing in the morning.
All right, Brett, thank you for that.
This is a wild case, guys. It is shocking. If you want to talk about shocking, this is a shocking case. Look at these people out here. Baby Quentin, we will be your
major
voice.
New development tonight in a case we have followed closely here on Rush Hour.
We will be your voice. Baby killer lives here. Baby, no justice, no peace. Justice for Quentin. Patty, thank you for your super chat. You said it does seem suspicious that the boyfriend made the phone call to the babysitter, and then all of a sudden Quentin's missing, and now the boyfriend's gone. I agree. It brings the boyfriend into suspicion. A little bit. In my mind, my opinion, you're catching on to some things for sure, Patty, that I'm thinking about too. Thank you for that thought. Leilani, that's what I was saying, but that guy in the news kept saying Leilani. Maybe he's doing it to like purposely annoy her. You know what I mean? He ran away to Atlanta. My goodness.
Police believe 20-month-old Quentin Simon's body was put into a dumpster and then taken to a nearby landfill. Now, an extensive search is underway at that landfill. Simon vanished from his grandmother's home almost 2 weeks ago. Police say starting today, they will be at the landfill every single day.
We know that this is going to be a physically, mentally, and emotionally grueling task for our investigators and team. We want justice for Quentin, just like everybody else.
Brett Buffington with our News Nation affiliate WSAV has been following this story from the very beginning. Brett, thank you for being with us again. What do we know led investigators to this specific location?
Nicole, they have told us that they have evidence. They haven't gone into a lot of detail about that, but this federal command center, along with the task force, including the Chatham County Police, they've set this up here some mile away from that site at this waste management landfill. They are searching a waste management landfill that is about 7 miles away from that home where Quentin was last seen. It is among tons of trash that police now believe they will find the remains of Quentin Simon. The 13-day search has stopped here. A waste management dump. Police believe Quentin is here after being tossed out like garbage.
We believe that he was placed in a specific dumpster at a specific location, and it was brought here by regular means.
Police wouldn't tell us where that dumpster came from. They did say they were able to target the section of this dump where that trash was delivered. Now, there is a meticulous line-at-a-time search for this little boy.
We've brought in experts in landfill searches to guide us.
It will be what those specially trained agents from across the country find here that police will use as key.
That scene of showing them like lined up, walking into that trash dump is one of the most heartbreaking and heart-wrenching and confusing and disgusting scenes I've almost ever seen. It's ridiculous to think that in our culture in 2022 that something like this happens. But it does. Thank you, Bill, for that super sticker. You too, Amy. Ooh, coming in hot for your birthday, super sticker train. Hey, Kelly Joe. 1982. Ocean Blue. Thank you for that. Tyler, where can I get this hoodie at? This hoodie that I'm wearing right now, I guess Google Last Days on Earth Tour. That's where you can get it at. But all the hoodies on my website, tylerfeller.com/merch. Right now, we have lots of hoodies to pick from there. Guess what? They have free shipping on my website right now, tylerfeller.com/merch. Free shipping.
Evidence in their case. What happened to Quentin? Today, Leilani Simon has not been arrested. Police say they aren't willing to risk premature charges. Charges in a case that has been downright emotionally draining for the dozens of investigators looking for Quentin.
That's coupled with determination and dedication so we can find little Quentin and provide him a proper resting place.
Brett, is there any idea how long this search could take?
Left the dump for the day. Good question, Nicole. The FBI, they have left this dump for the day, but they'll be back as soon as the sun comes up tomorrow. They told us this could last days, if not weeks. They did stop the trash from getting dumped in this specific part of the dump, according to law enforcement sources we've talked to today, but they still have to dig down back to the day that they believe Quentin was dumped in that dumpster. Nicole?
And Brett, I know you talked about Leilani, Quentin's mother there. We know she's named a prime suspect. We also know she has not been arrested. Is there any indication that could change soon? I mean, I know they want to find, obviously, Quentin's body first.
Right. Obviously, a key piece of evidence in this case will be the body or remains that they're able to find in this landfill. And the chief was asked that today. Why has this person who you've named a suspect as last week not been charged with anything? And he told us that he wants to make sure when those charges are filed, their charges, that'll stick.
All right, that makes sense. Yeah, we certainly hope Quentin is found soon. Brett Buffington, excellent reporting as always. Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Brett Buffington, excellent reporting, as always. Brett Buffington, excellent reporting, as always. Oh, let's read what Jennifer Coffendaver has to say. She said, I will not post gossip, but will post facts supported by photos and eyewitness accounts. Not going to sugarcoat it. I am angry. Angry about her freedom. Angry she doesn't care. Angry her capacity to kill. Quentin Simon seems evident, law enforcement. Keep working for justice. Guys, that's a big statement from Jennifer Coffendafer, in my opinion. That's a big statement from old Coffendafer. Whew. Jennifer says, I imagine Quentin Simon in a place like this, his heart warm, finally knowing peace, comfort, and love, where his spirit now dwells. Wow. Well, all right, folks. Let me pray for you real fast. Don't get off here. Don't get off here. Yeah, let me pray for you. And I got something I want to tell you. Father, in the name of Jesus, I thank you for every single person you brought to this stream today. May they be encouraged, uplifted, impacted, just by being in a community of other people, even in the midst of sadness and sorrow of this case that we're talking about. And Lord, I just pray that your supernatural grace meets them in whatever situation's going on. I pray for financial breakthrough for people who need that today. I pray for physical healing in bodies right now in the name of Jesus. I speak to ailments that have been deemed impossible, but you're the God of the impossible. I speak to restoration of families right now in Jesus' name, and I bless them with that. Lord, I pray for our sleep. Thank you, Lord, for sleep, good sleep for people who are watching right now. And so I bless each person in the name of Jesus with restful sleep tonight. Amen. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you've had a great time with us. I do want you to know that we have amazing coffee. We have 2 flavors you can pick from right now. We have vanilla bean. This is a crowd favorite, #1 seller of all time. People love the vanilla bean, but for a limited time more, we only have a few bags left. We have the chocolate covered cherry, and then we might switch into our Christmas blend after that. So I'd love for you to be able to pick some of that up. www.movement-coffee.com. I also wrote a book called Don't Stop. There's a lot of people watching right now, and I venture to say most of you have not read this book. I put my heart and soul to it. It came from a place that was deep prayer and Holy Spirit insight, and I think it will really impact you. So you can pick that up on my website, tylerfeller.com. We also have this amazing portrait of Jesus still available on my website. If you guys go there, you can go to tylerfeller.com/store and pick this up for a donation to our ministry. So lots of ways that you can support us. You can also just support us through PayPal or CashApp or something like that. PayPal's Tyler Feller. CashApp is $Tyler Feller22. And Venmo is at Tyler-Feller. We'd love for you guys to support us. CashApp's the best way because there's no fees attached to it. Oh, Mary Bell says, I ordered your book. I'm waiting for it to arrive. Thank you for all you do. Oh, you're such a blessing, Mary Bell. Thank you so much for doing that. All right, folks. If you can do this for me, it would be amazing. As soon as I end this stream, would you mind just leaving a comment down in the comment section? And that would be great. That would help us out. That would help shoot us into that YouTube algorithm. All right, we'll talk soon.